Well, hello and welcome to Geordieland 1892, a Geordie abroad. And last night was a fantastic night, fabulous. Fabian Schär, absolutely wonderful. What a player he has been for Newcastle United, and what a player he continues to be. Newcastle United on Saturday, winning away at Craven Cottage in the FA Cup 4th round, winning 2-0. And then literally 3 days later, pretty much, going down to Aston Villa, to Villa Park, to play the Villains. And to be honest, a lot of us didn't really give us that much hope that we were going to get 3 points down there in the Premier League, but we did it. We beat them 3-1 last night, and we ended their, well, nearly 1 year dominance at Villa Park. We scalped them, and it was great to see. I, for one, thought probably the best we could do would be to get a draw down there. I really didn't think we were going to beat them, especially the way they've been playing, especially with their record. And considering that the last time we beat them at Villa Park, quite embarrassing really, isn't it? That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, where we beat them 2-1 at Villa Park. 2013, 14th of September, I believe. And the scorers for us that day were Hatem Ben Arfa and Johan Gouffran getting the winner. I think Benteke got theirs. But last night, I have to say, was, it was cream. It was beautiful. And it was a fabulous game. It was a fantastic advertisement for the Premier League. You understand probably why most of the world do watch the Premier League and why it's so popular. It was end-to-end stuff. It was exciting. It really was. It was a mind-blowing game. Newcastle on the off straight away, and you know, they were just pressing high. They were, some of the passing was unbelievable. And the whole team last night were exceptional. They turned up, every single one of them, and they put in 1,000,000%. You could see the determination, you could see there was aggression, and like I say, some of the football that Newcastle United played last night was just out of this world. Now, thinking about the game at Craven Cottage against Fulham in the FA Cup 4th round, yes, we got a job done. I didn't think that our passing was that great. I think there was lots of stray passing going on. The defence were formidable. They were fantastic, as they were last night against Aston Villa. The midfield were a different story last night, completely different. I think in reality, our away form has been quite bad, and this might be a corner turned, because to get that away win at Fulham on Saturday night, and then especially to go to Villa on they're on a great vein of form, and to be honest, we made them look a bit average last night. Of course, the match all started with a huge firework display, and yeah, it was wow, it would look really good. I suppose their version of war flags. But once the smoke had cleared and the game did commence, I just felt like Villa fans were not there. They were silent. It was quite like a weird atmosphere at Villa Park. Did they kind of know that we were going to do them? I don't know. Maybe they were nervous. I don't know. I watched it on Italian TV last night, and I have to say, one of the commentators did actually point that out, how quiet they were, the Villa fans, and just how awesomely bloody loud the Geordies were. He did comment saying that they're incredible. What an incredible support. And to be honest, until Villa did get their consolation goal, all you could hear were Newcastle United, Geordies all over the place. It was unbelievable, the atmosphere down there, so well done. Now, obviously we go back many years ago, and you know that famous banner of sob on the Tyne. Well, there was nobody sobbing on the Tyne last night. There was probably nobody sober on the Tyne last night, really, but it was phenomenal. And you know, that man Fabian Schär, he was unbelievable, and his goal, he took it like a poaching striker, didn't he? It was a brilliant delivery from Kieran Trippier straight into the 6-yard box. And you know what it is? He had a lot to do before he poked that into the back of the net. I mean, they were using him as a kid's climbing frame. Two of the Villa defenders were just hanging all over him. How wasn't pulled up for a foul on Schär prior, I do not know. But you know what it is? He had a lot of work to do to get into that position, and he poked it home past Martinez, who's a very good goalkeeper, by the way. You know, he has a World Cup winner's medal. But Schär pops up again, and it was fantastic. And he set the Toon alight, didn't he? He set it on fire. And literally 4 minutes later, you know, Anthony Gordon, ball comes out from outside the box. He hits a thunderbolt of a strike from outside the box. It deflects, it hits the bar, and there he is again, the fabulous Fabian Schär. And he pokes it home, and it's 2-0. 2-0 within 4 minutes. Unbelievable. Our very own catalogue boy, the Swiss man. I tell you what, he's class, man, isn't he? He's absolutely class. And like I say, you know, I just don't think Villa knew what had hit them last night. It was quite incredible. But, you know, obviously very concerned I was last night. Isaac, he gets an injury. They say it's a very mild groin injury, nothing to worry about. But he has to go off, doesn't he? And obviously Almiron comes on, and I have all this confusion at the minute with Almiron, and is he going to Al-Shabaab? Is he going to Saudi Arabia? It's all been playing out. And he kind of went missing. He was spotted at the RVI hospital. Was he ill? Was he... Oh, it's all this, you know, Mickey Mouse shite, basically, when people have got nothing to report in the January transfer window. Obviously, Kieran Trippier was going to Bayern Munich. They did put an offer in, apparently, 2 offers. But as far as we are, we've got one more day left. Tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Will be the end of the transfer window. Let's see what happens. Will Newcastle bring somebody in? Well, I really don't know. But will anybody go out? I really don't know. I can't say, because it's all speculation. All speculation. But Miggy Almiron came on, and you know what it is? It's a ball from Gordon that puts him out on the wing. He plays a delightful ball across the 6-yard box. And Jacob Murphy, who is a fantastic player, in my opinion, he's trying to just dink it in, but the Villa defender comes clattering in, and he carries it into the net. And for all his, you know, all his woe, he ends up clattering the post and hurting himself. But we're 3-0 up. We're 3-0 up after 53 minutes. Oh, euphoria, euphoria. It was fantastic. But Jacob Murphy, you know, fantastic. And for all that's been said about Miggy Almiron, hey, maybe, you know, maybe this whole thing about getting Al-Shabaab's woke them up a little bit, and we'll see what happens. But it was class. It was class bit of football, and 3-0 up. Well, you couldn't make it up, could you? Yeah, well, I didn't think we were ever going to be in that situation. Now, as the game goes on, obviously, Fabian Schär has another chance, and, you know, blasts it wide, but, you know, it was on his wrong foot, and Longstaff had a chance, and, oh, it just, you know, could have been marvellous, couldn't it? I mean, bearing back in mind as well, prior to that, you know, Jacob Murphy, he does put the ball in the net, he's offside, but he finishes it beautifully, doesn't it, earlier on? I forgot about that. But, look, Fabian Schär could have been the first ever centre-back to actually score a hat-trick in the Premier League. In the whole history of the Premier League, he could have been. I'm just gutted that that didn't happen. But he seemed pretty chuffed after the game, for well imagine. But he was great all over the park. Last night was, tremendous. And you can see how happy I am. Obviously, we've got to move on. We've got to take this, and we've got to harness the energy that was there last night. I'm sure Eddie Howe and Jason Tyndall were just absolutely over the moon by that performance last night. I was reminiscent of last season and the first game of the season when we incidentally beat them 5-1 at home, very first game of the season. So we've put 8 past Villa this season to their 2. So yeah, we're not sobbing on the Tyne, by the way. We're definitely not. It must have hurt them quite tremendously last night. Of course, they're in 4th position at the minute. They're doing very well under Unai Emery. A manager who was tipped to take the job, wasn't he, before Eddie Howe? He is a good manager. He is a very good manager, and he's taken Villa quite a massive step forward, I have to say. But from Geordieland 1892, Geordie abroad, all the best years.